Guys, welcome back to the channel, the 29th of March. Welcome all of the new subscribers and current subscribers. As always, we're taking a look at Pangolin this morning, this Friday morning. PNG, USD, United States dollar, daily chart. Coinbase will be the data here on tradingview.com. Getting a sea of red hitting the markets this morning. Markets trade, markets move. Some days are green, some days are red. We're going to talk about some support levels. We'll drop into Bitcoin. Guys, let's jump right into it. We have a very solid breakout yesterday. Yesterday morning, we were talking about a level at the 52,400. So on the PNG daily chart here that we have all kinds of different lines here. We have Fibonacci levels on the chart. But what we're talking about is this yellow dotted line that runs horizontally across your screen. This represents a level of 52,400 is the level. It's just under the 0.5 fib, which is at 54,544. But it represents an important level we were talking about yesterday, putting in a higher high, breaking out to the upside. So PNG was in this consolidation, which has been running for basically, so we'll take yesterday's or 2 days ago. So about 28, 29 days. And we were looking for a higher high. So we have a swing up here. We actually have a higher high right there. We have the pullback to the higher low, which was on the 26th, and then started to move. The 27th was pretty quiet, but it was a green day, up 8%. And then we got the big day yesterday, yesterday, up 32.84%. And what happened? We put in a higher high. So what we have is a change in trend. And we talk about spotting those changes in trend from when these markets print a higher low, which took place right here on the 26th of March. If you go back to old videos of Casper and XRP and probably other cryptocurrencies that we've covered here, we talk about markets turning quietly. And if you can spot this higher low here and start to nibble in a position, if that's something that you want to do, you're looking to get into a position, early. When you spot that higher low and markets start to move, this right side, this leg up can be very, very strong. And we started to get some more proof of that yesterday with a 32% move to the upside. Now, if you're looking to do something like that and you're trying to spot the higher low and get in early as in you're trying to get into a position before it actually proves itself and makes that next higher high, that big breakout. I should say, and it's not financial advice, guys, I wouldn't take 100% of the position when the markets are printing the higher low. I would just take I want to be 100% invested. I would take 15 or 10% of the position there because the risk is still high. It hasn't proved itself 100% and it hasn't broken out yet, but it's starting to show signs of potential. The selling has dried up. Maybe we're heading into the next leg to the upside. Anyways, the important level yesterday was 52,400. We got the big move. So that is good. We got the close above it. That was one thing we were talking about as well. We want to close above 52,400. We got that. The markets have printed the higher low. They have printed the higher high. Today we're pulling back along with the rest of the market. So it's not just Pangolin here. Along the right-hand side there, you see the watch list. It's a random watch list, some stocks, cryptos, etc. But you have Bitcoin down 1.25%, quiet, nothing too crazy yet on this Friday, but hey, we'll see what happens. Markets are pulling back today for PNG. We have a area of support. So we want to see the markets find support at 52,400, and they are so far this morning. If we take a dive here into the 3-minute time frame, right? So let's take a dive here in the 3-minute time frame. I want to show you why these levels are important. Here's PNG pulling back here this morning, right? We have all of these. We have 1, 2, 3 major lows so far. This is on the 3-minute time frame, by the way. Where is the market finding support when it pulls back here at the lows? Right at 52,400. There's one, here's two, and we're trading right at it. We're slightly above it right now, but we just found support and rallied once again at 52,400. These levels I have on my chart are important levels, and that's why I discuss them. Of course, it's not financial advice, guys. So that's the level we're watching today. And that doesn't mean we're not going to dip below 52,400. It's an important level. The markets, might trade slightly below it, slightly back, above it. We want to see the markets find support there, whether it's today or tomorrow, and continue its trend higher. If we get a close back below 5240, and the markets start to trend lower, maybe getting back below this level here at like 45,507, starting to trade lower, starting to test the lows out from the 26th, that's a concern. We're not where we should be, and where we should be is holding above 52,400. So there's some problems that are not working themselves out. The breakout is starting to fail, and potentially we're going to put in a lower low. The low right now, the higher low, is from the 26th of March. It's 39,400. We want to see it hold. Okay. 52,400 wants to hold up here at like 45,2 area. And then below that would be the lows, our higher low, 39,400. So a couple lines in the sand we want to watch. But the first important one is 52,400. Is this yellow line right here. It's just below the 0.5 fib, which is 54,544. So we have a little stair stepping to the upside that's taking place. Pullbacks are normal. They're healthy. People don't like them who don't have patience, but that's how markets work. Yes, Dogecoin can go straight up for a couple weeks and straight up if you were involved in the markets a couple years ago. Was it sustainable though? Did it hold? Did it last? No, it's not healthy. So if you're on one of those stocks and it does do that, enjoy the ride, but it's not going to last. Upside. Let's talk about the upside targets. We'll actually visit a couple more downside targets as well. So above 52,400, we have a level of 65. So yesterday's high was 62 cents. We have a level, another target area up there at 65 cents. Notice too that yesterday we found, we closed at 603.20. So that's just below the 618 fib. So we found resistance at that fib level. We didn't make it up yet to my 65 cent area. And we'll see what happens today. I don't think we'll get up there today either unless the markets turn around, which of course is possible. Crypto can move. Crypto can move quick. I'll just say that. I mean, we could see these markets turn, within minutes. So the 65.64 is the fib, the 618 fib, and then above that is 65. And then we just continue our levels higher. So we have 72.540. We have the 0.786 fib next to that at 7,300. Heading up higher, we have the high of the consolidation, which is at 85. We have a level at 86, 89, 120. That's up here, guys. 106.9. And then 110, 519. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levels, all above the market. They're all very close to where these fibs are until we get up to the 1618, and that's hanging out by itself right now. And then, of course, the higher fibs are hanging out by themselves as well. The 2618, $3.57. 3618 up there at $8.67. The 42 at $15, and the 5 up there at $29.56. One step at a time, one price level at a time. Yes, we are stair-stepping to the upside. Yes, we are finding support so far today at a important breakout level yesterday, 5240. 0.00. Do we have some obstacles to get in front of above the market? Yes, that's 65 and 72,540 for starters. That's this white line and this yellow line. And then we also, once we get above that and hold above that, we have to get above the highs. Where are the highs? Their highs are over here at 85 on February 27th. So we're still in a consolidation, and we're heading to the upside of the consolidation. And then once we get up there, it's a whole new game. We need to break out and we need to hold. Just like we broke out above 524, we need to hold above that level. Doesn't mean we won't trade below it for a little bit of time. We could actually close below it, but we need, the sooner you get back above it, the better. And otherwise, this thing could be in trouble and heading lower. So 85 would be that level, a breakout, a close above it. And then we need to, find support there and continue up to the higher levels, which, like I said, 86, 89, 120, 108, 110. So that's upside, guys. And then, of course, like I said, the fibs lay out a roadmap. Anybody can have these on their chart. $1.47, 357, 867, 15. Let your mind run wild here. All depends on the market condition, depends on what Bitcoin does. So to the downside, let's say they pull the plug on the market. Markets are actually closed today for Good Friday, the stock market, but of course, cryptocurrency markets trade around the clock, which is great. It's great to have a market that's always moving. That's for sure. Below the market, let's say they pull the plug, okay? For whatever reason, let's always keep both sides open in your mind, the bullish side and the bearish side, because you'll be prepared. You'll always be prepared, or at least the best you can. So to the downside, like I said, there's a level right here at like 45.2 area. Basically, these highs right here on the 27th and the 24th, that's definitely a level number 2. So it's 524, and then we're at this like 45.2. Then it's the lows over here on the 26th. Those lows are 39,400. So that's 1, 2, 3 levels to watch. If they start to fail, it's not good, and we're heading lower. We're going to be heading down to 34,300, 34,137. That's this purple and yellow line here. And then, of course, you can really start to move lower here. We have the levels on the chart. It doesn't mean the market's going to get here, but if it does, at least we have lines in the sand where we want to see the market find support. 28.6, 27.4, 26,261, and then we have something way down here. Definitely make some bullish investors uncomfortable down there at 18,701. Like I said, just because the levels are here doesn't mean the market's heading lower. We're obviously stair-stepping to the upside right now, but we just want to keep our expectations in check if things start to get ugly. So that's my thoughts on one to the upside. We covered all our targets. We covered our breakout, our support. We covered the fibs above the market. We also talked about levels below the market if they pull the plug and want to create some fear in the markets. And Pangolin, PNG, USD on Coinbase. Over to Bitcoin, BTC, USD daily chart. Bitcoin's still finding some struggles at a overhead resistance level. What's that level, you might ask? That level is 71,335. That's this purple line on the chart. We have been finding some resistance there on the 25th, 6th, 7th, 8th of March. Today we are not up to there, but we're in between the 71,335, and then what's below the market would be 68,748. So markets are finding a little bit of struggle here, Bitcoin that is, at breaking out to the upside. So we want to see, obviously, 71,335 be broken higher. And we have 4 days of resistance at that level. Like I said, today we didn't get there. We want to see the markets get above 71,335 and hold. And then that puts you right into the all-time highs at my level is 73,494, 73,494.28. This white line on the chart, we want to see a break above that, and then it's just levels as normal. 74, 958, and 80, 614. So we, those are next levels to watch once we break into all-time highs, if we break into all-time highs, but we got to get a close above 71, 335. That's this purple line on the chart right here. If not, something we talked about yesterday is we have a pullback here. There's a chance that this is right now it is a lower high. What we want to see is the market, if the market's pull back here, we have this day on the 27th, we could call that a higher low. It's nothing major, but it is a higher low. So we want to see the higher high. But overall, the bigger structure here is if this ends up being a lower high and they pull the plug, this right leg down could be extremely, extremely ugly and happen quick. And that would take you above. You want to hold, you want this low here on the 20th to hold. That's our major low right now. So it is a higher low. And right now we have a lower high. So at some point, if we pull back here, let's say the markets stop. Let's say they already had the low in at 68, 748. That's great. But we need that breakout higher to give us that, to allow the uptrend to continue. Otherwise, you could pull back, somewhere in here, you could print a lower high. Maybe it's 66.32. And then the markets turn. But we're keeping an eye, and we need to print a higher high. We need to break out here. So we'll see. So far, so good, but we're keeping all options open. Don't want to be closed-minded here. And, put your head in the sand if markets start to get ugly and you're not positioned correctly. Of course, all my opinion, not financial advice, guys. Keep your eye on Bitcoin, 71,335 for a breakout. Next support level, 68,748. Pangolin. Keep your eye on 52,400 for support. And then the next level above that market would be 65 cents. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, taking time out of your day to check these videos out. If you are not yet subscribed, go ahead and do so. All links down below does help support the channel. Turn the bell on if you want to be notified when these videos come out. Of course, they are released first to channel members. You guys have a great Friday. I'll see you down in the comments.